Welcome, wise investors, and welcome those of you who are scholars and you want to learn more about how the market works, especially according to our strategy. And this part of the video series, we will focus on the technical aspect of things because it's very important to have both the fundamental and the technical. You can't have one without the other. In other words, you look at it as two sides of the same coin as the financial marketplace. Regardless of which financial marketplace you want to participate in, it's the same concept. Buying and selling, and that's it. All right? It's buying, it's selling, and it's at different prices with different currencies all around the world and different assets. Different things are being traded, bought and sold. Okay, so that's all. And it's being done over the internet through our devices. So there's so many different dynamics, so many different levels involved, and we're going to get into all of this as we further along. And I highly encourage you to get the ebook Easy Forex Trading because the concepts that are going to be covered, the technical aspects, are covered in that book, Easy Forex Trading. So this is like an expository on that, and we will expound on that. And it's all bringing us to a certain point. So it's easy online trading because it's more than just about the Forex. Understanding the technical aspects of the financial market is very important. Two sides of the same coin. One side deals heavily with the mathematics, with the numbers, with the figures, the accuracy of it. All right, that's the technical aspect. And then the other side, the fundamental aspect, it focuses on the emotion. All right, and you can't separate the two because what happens is this. Oftentimes you've seen it even in the news, a report comes out, maybe about oil or something happens with the OPEC and Canada and all the other oil producers of the world. And all of a sudden the price of oil drops or the price of oil rises because why? Because of some news report. So that's the fundamental aspect where you can't deny that that has a part of it because that has a very major part in how the market works. A very major part in how the market works. It helps move the market. People buy and sell off of emotion, although there are figures involved. So it's all connected. You can't escape the two. So let's get further into this. And we will be talking about the strategies that we use here to reach our success, the technical aspect of it. Because understanding how that works, and you understand how it works along with the fundamental aspect of it, then you put yourself in the category of becoming a wise investor. We utilize a strategy called current market value, CMV. With this strategy, it will require you to have patience, and that's what I will talk about. That's the part of the emotional puzzle that's associated with this. Okay, you have to deal with that. If you do not deal with your patience and you want to get into this, a technical formula that actually works, that will produce growth in your account, you just use this CMV, apply it to your account, but you must have patience as a part of the formula. You apply the patience, and then after that, you get to have the benefits and the reward of what the market will produce in yield in your account, in your trading account. It's so important. Some of you, I want to do this on my own. Well, great. Let's do this on your own, but you got to pass that first hurdle. Patience. Oh, I've had my share of patient and impatient individuals. And unfortunately, there are a lot of there's people out there who are impatient. But if you give it a chance, and you give it a chance according to the right amount of time, and you're able to see the facts and figures are true and real, and then most importantly, you're experiencing it because now you're seeing profit taking place in your online trading account, you're going to be happy because now you have acquired a skill where you can use it anywhere where you can get access to the financial marketplace. Anywhere you can get on the internet with a device. And make money wherever you are. Give it some time. And there are different levels of time. So we have current market value. That is considered long term. I'll talk more about what do I mean by long term. Okay, stay tuned to the next upcoming videos. Current market movement. A more shorter length of time, and market entry and exit points, a much more shorter time. So to translate this for all of you who love these signals and you want to get a part of the signals and everything like that, we work on CMV on everything throughout our network. So if you want account management, we'll apply that onto your account, and you have to have patience. I mean, I've seen people bail out after a month and they're like, oh, everything was great. Next month, some turbulence hit and they're not making the same profit they made the month before, but things still going good. They freak out. They have no clue what's going on. If they don't know that current market value is being applied to their account, they're going to think something weird is happening. That the account management team don't know what they're doing. This is all this and that, all these ideas, and emotion gets involved in there. There you go, missing the opportunities. That's how emotion gets involved on a personal scale. And then it stops you from actually achieving what the technical aspect says you will achieve. Period. You can't, this is you can't lie. MyFX book, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at MyFX book, current market value. All right, and that's just one account on current market value. Everything varies on what you're carrying. Are you have an account that's full of mainly gold? What all these assets, when they combine together, they'll produce different results. Different results they'll produce. When this account first started, we've been following it online. We're going to keep following this account. January 4th, 2019, it was at a negative 10% decline. Many of people who don't have the patience, they'll jump off, they'll bail ship at a negative 1%. Okay? A negative 1%. A negative 3%. They're ready to jump the ship and say, forget about it. I give up. The storm, they won't be able to weather the storm. I talk about that, and I will continue to talk about that because it is like a storm. When you're going into this marketplace, all right, some of these territories that you're ready to sell into, you're going to run into some serious storms. If you want to get into cryptocurrency, get ready to get into some serious storms. Get ready for the storms of storms. All right? I talk about that in the ebook. But let's look at this. A negative 10% storm. Don't jump. Don't leave yet. Because as of now, as of the time this is being recorded, let's take a look at that. Throughout the year, it is growing. It's growing. Look at this. Here's the growth. All right? And at time, you're going to have where the equity is going to be low. The equity on here is the yellow, but it's not on this graph. But you see the growth as of this date from negative 10% start off to a positive 50% growth May 24th, 2019. This is MyFX book. They record this stuff. They're just computers doing their job, calculations. And they've calculated a 50% growth. And it hasn't even been 6 months yet. And that's what we're dealing with when we're applying current market value into your strategy. And that's going to require patience. And that's going to require you to weather through the storm. And that's going to require you to do a lot of other things that we will talk about. And learning and how to actually apply what you're learning to yourself so that you can then become an investor in this new. This is get this. Listen carefully. Write notes. If you're writing notes, I always encourage students to write notes. Get your notebook out. If you didn't write notes this time, don't worry about it. Listen to it again and write notes. Get your notebook. Get a special notebook with a pen for what you're about to learn on how to become a wise investor. And look at this. The whole landscape is changing. The whole financial landscape is changing. And it's happening rapidly. This whole, like how we used to know things with credit cards, a lot of places aren't accepting credit cards anymore. And you might be a surprise to you, but here in LA, a lot is happening. Out here in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, a lot when it comes to the whole financial landscape, okay? We're talking cryptocurrency being implemented in the banking system. This is some wave stuff that's look, the terrain is changing. The landscape is changing. If you don't take this skill and this opportunity that you have now, all right, financial market opportunities, that's another area that we're going to put on the YouTube. If you don't take this opportunity that you have now, and I'm not going to stop talking about it, all right, I'm going to put them down on paper and keep this stuff going so that we can equip ourselves for the new financial landscape. Okay? If you're not understanding how to navigate through things, you're going to be left behind. If you're not understanding the digital merging with your identity, I'm going to continue this video, and I want those of you who haven't read the book, Easy Forex Trading, read it. Read it. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that book, but we are definitely writing other books. And it will be a lot more involved, okay? So it's still Easy Forex Trading, but it's obviously evolved into Easy Online Trading, okay? So stay tuned. Let's pay attention. Let's get these notes. I'm Gabriel, the Forex Helper.